Wisconsin Women's Open. Second match, second stop of the Predator Pro Billiard Series. First one was in Las Vegas. Here we are in May in Wisconsin. We got a good matchup for you. This is a first round match with Yuki HIRAGUCHI and Kaylee MCINTOSH. This is George DHA in the booth with Tim de Ruyter. Tim.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Something I want to say beforehand is it's quite funny to see there's two different styles today on the table. I seen Hiraguchi, she was practicing for a while. Like she was maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes before her match. She was here. Then McIntosh, she just walked in and I think she maybe had 2 racks and she said, okay, I'm done. And that's okay. It was complete difference.
Big difference on there, yeah. Actually, Kaylee was watching the match. And at that point, she was pointed out to me because I had never met her before, and I was able to get a little information on her. And but she was watching the match, and I mentioned to her, I says, you know, the table is open for practice now. And that's when she kind of walked over.
Imagine. So yeah, you would say Hiraguchi has the speed down a little bit because yeah, she's played much more. So let's see what happens. Dry break here.
And she was practicing kick shots and bank shots, and getting a feel for the rails, which is very important, especially in this 10 ball. It's 2 races to 4. If they're tied at the end of 2 races, 1 apiece, it goes to a shootout. Same as in the men's tournament, it's 2 stages. Stage 1 is double elimination. Stage 2 is single elimination when it gets down to the final 16. There's 58 players here. These are 2 of them.
Yeah, friendly bump on the orange 5 here. Got a nice angle on the 2 to work with.
Well, Kaylee's an all-around athlete here. She's a scratch golfer. She's 24 years old. She just got married in March. She's been married a couple of months now. Likes to do everything outdoors. Her husband also plays golf. She plays a lot in Florida. She's from Plant City, Florida. She's a 640 Fargo. It does well in the Iron City Opens, the ladies, Tiger, Florida, WPA Masters, Sunshine State Tour. She's actually sponsored by Iron City Billiards and Team Straight. First time I've seen her play, I think I saw Yuki play in Austria.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, I think I did see her play in Austria and in Vegas.
Looks like she's got a little straight on the 5, so no chance to get any closer to the 6 or maybe get a little less angle. So this is an early tester. First rack, this is not exactly the type of shot you like to shoot.
No. The good thing about it is the 8 ball is a saving grace in case she doesn't get a little juice on the ball to come below the 8 and go 2 rails for the 7. No, it's not. It didn't save her.
Yeah, when she was tip to ball, you could see that she was a little higher in the cue ball. So I was wondering, is she still gonna go lower, or is she just gonna try and stun with left spin? And that's, I think she went a little lower, but she could have played with more draw.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
More draw, a little more outside, and she would be fine.
Because I'm sure she was trying to get underneath the 8 to go between, just go by the 9 for the 7. But big mistake by scratching and giving Yuki an open look at the last 4 balls. But it looks like she's got on the wrong. No, she's not. She's okay.
She's okay. Yeah. She kind of pushed the cue ball there on the 7 ball. It wasn't really nice hitting the cue ball there.
Yeah. See, I call those shots kind of tentative. She was kind of tentative with the cue stick going through it.
Yeah, a little deceleration, but it went in, and she doesn't look too happy here. But I think it's still okay. She's not able to hold the cue ball or stop the cue ball where the 9 is now. She can follow to the short side of the 10, or even use 1 rail and come back to the right side. Like, there's many options here. I like just floating it in and go to the short side.
Sure. It lays the best.
But yeah, like I said, if she can stop the cue ball, then it's okay.
Personally, I'd rather have floated down for the 10. This shot especially, well, she can reach it okay. I thought maybe. See, I'm left-handed, so that shot's not so reachable for me. And she takes game number 1, Yuki Hiraguchi. She's a 722 Fargo. She's 25 years old from Japan. She's sponsored by, she plays with the MSQ. She's sponsored by Nika 5, Mick Fed, Philip Tech, and Coco Galadat. How's that?
Yeah, I was right. I was just gonna say that.
I thought you were, but
Yeah.
I wrote it down, so I read it. She is very polite in speaking to her, as most people I've ever met from Japan are. Polite and formal. Love it. John Lehman, our referee, head referee, and racker, using the Predator arrow rack on the Predator tables. We are sponsored by Medalla Light, Kamui, Rums of Puerto Rico. This tournament is held in conjunction with Q Sport International Wisconsin State Championships. There's 54 tables here in this building, 14 on this same floor as the pro event. It has 13 tables, 9-footers, and then there's 54 7-footers here for the amateurs. Miss Hiraguchi to break the balls. Breaking 10 ball, breaking from the side. Let's see if this cluster goes to the right side of the table here. Same side she breaks from. And bounces back. Made a ball. You know, she didn't hit him real solid and didn't hit him real hard, but she made a ball.
Well, I feel she did crush him a
Didn't
little
she
bit
yeah.
more than the last game. Yeah, she made a 4 in the side.
Ball.
Yeah,
They got kissed.
she did crush him a little bit more. If you look at her body language while breaking, she did put a little bit more in there.
Yeah, but what's that, 80 pounds? She's so tiny.
Hey, I mean, every little bit helps. Okay?
That's right.
So I don't expect her to go for the cut here. Will be tough to hold the cue ball as well, and if you don't make the 1, you might hang it.
Yeah, I kind of like going for it, just to hit kind of a drag the cue into it, and just cut it thin. And she could hold it underneath the 10, I believe. There. Oh, I thought it might go into it. Couldn't hold it though. Tim's laughing at me.
Yeah, well. No, I think it was a little bit more angle.
Yeah.
If she had run into the 10, that would be ideal, of course, and then it's different. Now, but on the other side, she had an opportunity to make something happen. She can still play safe now, so nothing wrong. She's got to start to fight a little bit more to get this game on the board, and I think this is a good shot.
Nice speed.
Don't think she's left a small edge of the 2 ball, the blue 2.
Little 2-rail kick from Kaylee. Standard 2-railer. Problem is here, there's not much cover she can find unless she hits it thin on the right side and the cue ball slides over by the 5-9. This looks like it's going to go right around the deuce. Yeah, right into it, perfect with a nice kick and stick, but here comes the 2 ball right into the open.
Oh, it needs to go a little bit more, but
That's enough.
live to fight another day.
Yeah, the thing is that she may find herself right up against that 10-3. Yeah, it's laying pretty nice for that shot. Just like that.
Oh, nice speed. Very good speed control, and not even sure if McIntosh, if she kicks in front of the side pocket, I don't think she can get to the 2 ball, so she might. Well, there's no 2-railer.
There's actually a Z shot.
Yeah, just the Z shot, yeah.
Yeah, she has to go between the rail, between the 3 and the 9. Or the 5 and the 9, excuse me.
I don't. Well, she's gonna go 2 rails here.
Yeah.
I think she can get to the 2, but then she has to come from the 3rd rail, which is such a small.
That's 2.
Yeah, like I say, it was super small and very difficult. So, well, a good safety shot from Hiraguchi. And especially they're playing with a shot clock as well, so she didn't really have much time to figure anything out.
Right.
I think most of the viewers in general, they underestimate playing under a shot clock because most of the players don't know. Just they don't know the difference.
Most of the viewers have never played on a shot clock.
Yeah, exactly.
30-second shot clock comes real quick. And unless you're a rhythmic player, and you know, there's a lot of players that never get into the stream tables aren't accustomed to a shot clock or ever even played on one before. A lot of times you have players that are very rhythmic and it doesn't take them 30 seconds. And they see their shots immediately, but then you have the deliberate ones that take a while, and sometimes the shot clock can, oh, hello, but just the corner of the pocket.
Yeah, it was
Point.
interesting to see why she didn't put the cue ball on the other side and go forward 2 reels. I think it's a little bit easier because now if you put that big angle on the new cloth, it's not gonna grab the backspin most of the time. Like you really gotta hit it, like you gotta smoke it. It's like hit it really smooth. And
what I find, Tim, is a lot of the Taiwanese, the Japanese, they like to draw the ball around, and the Filipinos are the ones that use the high English.
yeah, I like the high English in general. Yeah.
I saw a comment in one of the on YouTube or on one of the matches, and someone commented on somebody like Copini. He said if he ever learns to use the top part of the cue ball, he's going to be unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean it's always easy to say, but maybe under their conditions, it's the easier way to play the game. So
it just what the high English, the follow shots just make the pockets accept the object ball just so much easier because it's a smoother shot.
Yeah, there's less force into it.
Yes.
So pretty difficult how she was trying to get to the other side of the 7 and got a little bit close. She's gonna play safe here. Max spin maybe, twist around the 10.
Yeah,
or the 9.
Her speeds, well, see, this is where that 30 minutes that she actually was hitting balls helps because you get the slide of the table.
So she looks like she's got the table down so far. Okay, the positional shot on the 7 could have been a little better, but that's always going to happen here and there. But then still to recover every time after not getting shape, that's the main thing.
And to recover with speed shots.
Well, it looks like she's called the bank here. Straight back. Oh, and she ginned it. What a shot.
Now, she didn't say anything about being a bank pool expert. That's a good shot. That's a very good shot. Nice stop shot for the 8. It just made this very... Oh, she left herself a little tester on this 9.
Nicely struck.
Passed that test rather well. And Kaylee runs it out to tie it up, 1 apiece. Nice bank shot to start off that run. And after that, everything was just a little tester on the 9, I thought.
Yeah, I think she can settle down now a little bit. She looked a little bit nervous to me in the beginning as well, so it's good that she finally got the first game on the board and can get going early in this first set.
And plus the way she started the game, that really relieves a lot of tension when you can start the game with a big shot and then follow through.
Well, fundamentally, she's been looking pretty good.
Oh,
like
she does.
Like, well, I've never seen her play really, so just like she's had a straight swing on that bank. That 9 ball did need a good swing. So she's already made some good shots. Hopefully she can get her confidence up a little bit more. Don't know how many times she's played in arena like this, of course. That's also a difference. Experience.
First time I've seen her. I don't think I saw her in Vegas. She might have played Vegas. And it looks like it's gonna be dry.
Yeah, she did cut that one ball really thin, so she's lost the cue ball. But in the end, as long as you don't sell out, that's the main thing.
Yeah, that cue ball just came down in front of that pocket. Didn't stay anywhere close to the middle of the table. Yuki is pushing. And she just changed her mind. I thought she was all set to go, and they have 60 seconds after the break to decide to plan their attack, decide whether to push, shoot. Good time to just plan the whole rack actually, and then use that 60 seconds. Oh, we're down to 19 now, but she ended up going where she instinctively was going to begin with.
What do you play here?
I'm going to go 2 rails at that 3-6. Cut the one ball very thin and try to create distance.
Well, the only risky thing is if you catch that one ball a little thick, you might get close to the 2 ball, to where you can get the cue ball down. If you catch it a little bit thicker,
big,
so
yeah.
that's to where
She went the other way.
She went the other way. Okay. Well, it's not gonna get there.
Let's see, what I liked about going to the left with the cue ball is the 5-4.
Yeah, there is the wall of balls.
Yeah.
That I completely agree. It's just that you gotta hit it well, though. I wouldn't have minded to give it back, because most of the time they will leave a jump shot too. And
Well, the 4 ball is something they have to deal with. The 9 ball blocks it, and they have to get short rail shape for the other pocket. So let's just take a look at how they handle it and see what Yuki does with this. 3 balls in ideal position to get good shape on the 4 to send it up table. Trouble.
just stopped
Barely.
in time.
Good breaks.
Does have pretty good angle here on the 3 to at least, if she can get off the rail and just pass the 6, take a little longer 4, but just make sure you've got a nice angle.
Just a little close to the rail where she has to elevate her cue. Could make it a little, make this bounce off quite a bit more. She's going to do it nice and soft. She probably just hit it with dead center English and comes straight off the rail into the 5 for the side pocket. Pushes it towards the side, or you just come by it and play it in the same side. She can slow roll this with just dead center English. In fact, even just a little above. She's going to go underneath it so she can play the 5 in the side pocket on the right. And she got underneath it too much. And she's got an open shot on the 4. Going to run into the 9 and pocketing it.
Yeah, you have to take the
Yep.
gamble a little
Sure.
bit. Just don't play, I would say don't play with too much topspin, because when it hits the 9 it can get, like it can be stuck there. But if you play center ball, it double kisses off and there's a big chance to get on the 5. Ooh, she cut it really thin.
Yeah, she overcut it by quite a bit. Well, they're trading off little delicate shots, I guess you might say. Look how far her hand is on that cue. And she has a little 3-inch extension on it on top of it. Yeah,
She
she's
did
on the
get
wrong side.
quite, no, I think she might be still able to play
Draw.
draw
Ah.
in between the 10 and the 8. You go 1 rail to the 6. just make sure you play with enough speed that if you run into a ball, then you either bump it out of the way, or like she played now with the 7 ball.
Now she's got to get to the dead center of the table. She's got to get inside that 9 so it doesn't hook her.
I was thinking, can she run into the 10 ball maybe?
Like that.
Oh. Oh, I think she's got fortune. I think she's on the 7. I don't think she was trying to play it this way, but
To go between the 7 and the 10?
7 and the 10 and still get it to the bottom left corner.
That's why I kind of like trying to go right at the 9 ball. Yeah, she does have a shot.
Can go either 2 rails, center of the table, or draw it for the 8 in the side. Oh.
She's just playing safe. I guess she couldn't see a lot of it.
Maybe it wasn't enough
Yeah.
to. I think she's played a good safety here. I don't think she's left much for McIntosh. Has to watch the clock. She's looking at the 2-rail escape here. Don't think she can hit the edge straight, so call it in the corner just in case.
Nice hit. It's going to
Is
block.
it gonna go? I think
It's going to go up to the middle where there's no. She's got a straight back shot or a safety. Some of the names playing in this tournament, in this ladies' tournament: Che-Yu Chow, Kelly Fisher, Su Chin Wei, which is Wei Wei, Allison Fisher, Seo Seo is also here, Wang Wanling, Bean Hung, Christina Tkach, Margaret Fefalova, or Steyer, Yuki Hiraguchi, who we have here for you, Ayun Su, Christina Zlatev is here, Veronica Ivanovskaya. Ivanovskaya. So we have a nice array. Pia Filler, Monica Webb, Brittany Bryant, Sarah Rocha, Brianna Miller, April Larson. The ladies came out for this one in full force, 58 of them in fact.
Straight 7 ball here. Doesn't have to do much with the cue ball. Just a smooth stop shot. Don't force it in. Just
Stay with it.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
yeah, she nailed that one.
Mm-hmm. She played the 9 ball in the side or in the corner. Kind of in between. She's playing in the corner.
Yeah, she did look like she was playing a little bit of inside on there,
Yeah.
which I was expecting to play a hair of outside, just to
yeah.
track to her to get more straight on the 9 ball.
Sure.
That's. Oh, she can make the 9, hold the cue ball just like that. Did wobble its feet, but she's played a good pace on that. That's why it still drops.
Yeah, she doesn't fire the balls in. She plays at a good pocket speed, taking advantage of the new cloth. And game number 2, 2-1.
Yeah, some
game
nice
3.
execution so far from Hiraguchi. Not so many big mistakes. She's played a good safety earlier where McIntosh made a straight back and run out, but that's not really a mistake to
No.
Hiraguchi. So until now, she has been playing pretty good.
Disciplined. 722 Fargo, Miss Hiraguchi. Playing with a Mez cue. She was 9th in Puerto Rico in the Ladies Open. the Medalla Puerto Rico Women's Open, which we'll have again in November 6th to the 12th. The events coming up will be Michigan Open, 19th to the 23rd of September. The Ohio Open, October 11th to the 14th. And then the Medalla Light Puerto Rico Open, which will be, and we'll also have the team championships there. That was very exciting in Austria.
Yeah.
That was a great event. November 6th through the 12th. And then October 18th through the 22nd, they're going to have an 8-ball, 10-ball, and 9-ball championships in Klagenfurt, Austria again. And also a juniors championship. So there's quite a bit of pool coming up, folks. And Q Sports International and their state championships all coming up alongside a lot of these events where there's an instant fan base and lots of prize money up for grabs. About $1.8 million worth of prize money up for grabs. It's funny because I see a lot of comments in social media regarding prize money, and it's growing, but give it time.
I don't like the push out she's played here, because she's left the bank on and she's left the angle to get the cue ball in between the 10-7, including, let's say, if she wouldn't make the bank, then there's always separation and a big chance to be safe. So there is no way I'm letting this go.
Yeah, I don't think she'll give it back. You bank this all day long, and the cue ball's going to track right down by the 7.
You either go forward 2 rails or you draw the cue ball. You can even choose. So that's where I say the push was maybe a little bit too easy.
And these were the bank shots she was practicing.
Yeah. Well, even if she only goes over maybe half a diamond to the right, that's already okay. She doesn't have to go super crazy.
She held that pretty tight. And the reason she doesn't have good shape on the 2 is she actually didn't cut the ball and open the cue ball to the right.
I think she was trying to leave herself that cut on the 2 instead of cutting the 1 ball more and slide down table, but it has in some way it has worked out for her. So is she gonna bank over the 1 and try to run into the 4 ball to get it safe, or is she
coming around?
Ooh.
Coming around, but it didn't get around that side pocket.
I think this one was pretty difficult though. It was a tough shot to get the cue ball in between the 3 and the 8 and get down table. There was not so much room to go in between there, and if you catch the 3 or the 8, it's not going to be great.
A good look at Kaylee there, observing the table. Her opponent, the ball layout, still studying the rack. Now, Yuki going, with ball in hand, why shouldn't you just play it to the other pocket and slide down? She's afraid of being on the traffic side, huh? She's got a nice open shot, straight up for the 3.
Yeah, needs a good angle on the 3 ball though. Especially with, I don't think the 5 ball, the orange 5 does go in the bottom right corner, so she will need a good angle on the 4 ball, the purple 4, to go 3 rails possibly for the 5.
And she's got the angle. Ideal. Nice. Now, do you like to follow this 3 rails for position on the 5?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I don't, well, yeah.
Especially with this equipment.
Especially if you look at where the green 6 is. If you get too high, you're not going to get on the green 6, so it's better to play this way and always try to go too low. If I overrun and I get to the long rail, then it will be like that. But too high was never going to be great for the 6.
She's played this perfect, except that she has to avoid the 7 ball and not run into the 6. So avoid the 7, come right by the 6, hit the rail first and come by the 6 for the 6 ball in the corner pocket. Just pocketing the ball gets her where she wants to go, I think. Yeah, she ran right into the 7.
Yeah, don't want to run into the 7, but if the 6 ball goes, I think it might have worked out for her.
If it goes by the 9,
Yeah.
that's still scary to shoot it by the 9.
It would be guaranteed angle on the 7 to get up for the 8.
Players have a tendency of, when they shoot shots like this, I see them hit the object ball that they're trying to go by a lot. They're so intent on going by it that they end up hitting it. Kind of like that. I don't understand what it is, but I see that happen a lot. You know there's room, but not much room. Let's say they have a 1/4 inch or something like that. And I think just thinking, I got to get by that ball, they end up hitting the ball. Of course, your very top elite players won't do that.
I'm actually surprised that she's played this much speed on the 6 ball. Like, it looked like she was really gonna try and drop all the way down instead of make the 6 with a medium speed and end up in the center of the table. I think she made everything a little bit tougher there than she would have had to. So another chance for Hiraguchi. Now those 5 balls to get on the hill in the first set. Needs one good shot.
Needs this shot right here and get on the 7. And 7 to the 8, probably for the side. Uh-oh. And that's the favor that Kaylee made for Hiraguchi to start the rack out. And now Yuki has given her opponent the same courtesy. And said, here's ball in hand, there's 4 balls on the table, see what you can do. I like going for the side pocket with the 8 ball, just dragging the ball up the same rail that the cue ball's on, or the 7 ball's on right now. Perfect, she's fine. Just slow roll this in. She have a nice angle on the 9 to go to the 10.
Is she going forward or back?
Just right there. Just
yeah, no, I mean on the 9.
Oh, I think she goes back. I'd be going back. Just make sure you avoid the pocket.
Now with this angle, I like to go back. But if she had been a little bit more angle, just center table going 3 rails was okay.
She would need a steeper angle to go all the way around. Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
but she's on the rail. This makes this shot like 6 times harder.
Well, she did drop down really fast.
Yeah. Nice shot. Ties it up at 2. She took advantage of that mistake and converted it to a win. And they're tied at 2 in a race to 4. Keep in mind, this is 2 races, 2 sets, race to 4. If the players are tied at the end of those 2 sets, it goes to a shootout. Spot shot shootout. If you're not familiar with it, by watching the Predator Pro Billiard Series events, the 10 ball is spotted where it goes in the rack, so it's like about 3 inches behind the foot spot, and the cue ball is in a box 1 diamond away from the side rail and 2 diamonds in the kitchen, basically. And it's 4 innings, and the winner after 4 innings wins the match. If they are tied at the end of 4 innings, it goes to sudden death, and the cue ball is backed up 1 diamond from the head rail, making that shot a little more difficult. A nice thin cut, and if one player makes, the other one misses, it's over. If they both make, they continue till one misses and one makes. Tied at 2, breaking the balls from the side again. Both players have been breaking from the side, not changing in the middle. And it looks like it's going to be a dry break. I think she'll take this shot on the 1 because the cue ball probably runs into the 2 ball and they'll stay together. She could play a safe.
Yeah,
What do you like here?
I'm not a big fan of cutting the 1 and running into the 2 ball in this way. Just because you got too much speed to have any control over the cue ball and the 2 when you run into it. Can she draw her way out of it and bump the 6 ball maybe to hold it?
Well, looks like she's using just a little bit. She's playing.
Yeah, I like the way I actually do like the way she's played this. Just she hit it too well to draw it on the bottom side of the 6. She's put too much draw, which you wouldn't really expect her to do. Just look at how she is bent the angle.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate roll, I think. She hit it too good.
Yeah, she's playing with a little bit too much draw. Well, at first you looked at the 1 ball and you were thinking, well, she's always going to go into the 2. Now she plays a shot like that and scratches. Well,
It's a big opening for Kaylee, for Miss McIntosh. I'm sorry, it's Mrs. McIntosh now.
yep.
Now, will she stay on the same side for the 4, or will she go up towards where her elbow is?
Well, she can do either one of it.
That's
Didn't really matter much. The good thing about this side is that 6 ball would never come into play.
right.
If you stay on the right side and you get a little bit too much angle, you have to make sure you don't run into the green 6. Now, I like to go 1 reel, just to the center of the table, maybe a little bit higher. She can go 2 reels if she likes it better, but on the new cloth, I'm trying to avoid playing that much inside.
They are on a 30-second shot clock. 1 extension per game per player. The greater the angle here, the tougher the shot.
And I'm not gonna go try and get all the way down for the 7 ball. I'm just leaving myself to where she put her chalk. Like it's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah, between the chalk and the side pocket.
Yeah.
The ideal. And that's what I think she's got. Yeah, she's got by the 9. The 8, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just sometimes it's so tough to get to the other side that you just take the medicine and take the longer shot. I mean, it's not like this is a hanger, but she should make this.
And she's got natural position.
Yeah. Oh, did she? I have a feeling she jumped up a little bit as well there. I felt like her body moved quite a lot on that shot, which throws the whole line of the shot off as well.
Watch. Yeah. There was a little head movement.
There was a little head
yeah,
movement.
just
Yeah.
a little bit.
But then again, if you also look at where the cue ball ended up, she did put a lot of speed on there instead of playing it with that medium speed, the same thing as earlier. So maybe with the speed and her body language.
Well, we know she likes to fire banks in, so will she fire at this bank or play safe?
Yeah, well, I don't like the bank so much on this, but
I agree. I'm just wondering which she's going to choose.
I might cut this in the right corner and then bring the cue ball down to the bottom right. And then if you don't make the 7, you have a good chance for the cue ball to either go back to the short rail or leave a really tough long shot and maybe the 8 in between.
With decent speed, she could get behind the 8 if she banks it. She could leave the 8 in the way. Oh, she went for the corner cut. Nice shot. Just like you called, Tim.
And
perfect on the 8.
The thing with the bank as well is that you don't really get to hide the cue ball. Like the cue ball is wide in the open. If you misjudge the speed on the length of the table, then you leave a shot. Oh, she hit that well. It was a nice shot on the 7.
And both players want this game badly because it puts them on the hill in this race to 4, needing 1 more. Kaylee has first opportunity with this shot on the 9, natural position on the 10.
Ooh. So first again on the hill. Even though Hiraguchi did have a good chance to get on the hill first to make it 3-1, She's failed to do that, and now she's finding herself trailing 3-2.
First time a player's won 2 games in a row.
Yeah, she's making some good shots though. Like she's not running out all the way all the time, but then if she gets a tough shot, she bears down and executes nicely to make them. Like we've seen the straight bank. Now she makes a tough 7-ball. Like those are shots that they can easily be missed. Like it's not, they look really easy now, but they're not easy at all. Was some good technique there.
These ladies are playing for a prize, $60,000 prize fund. First place is $17,000. Second place is $10,000. Third is $5,000. Fifth through eighth is $32.50, and ninth through 16th is $12.50. The 3-foul rule is in effect, so we haven't seen any of these ladies really flirt with that. And
three balls on the break.
Yeah, that was a productive break. The one straight in.
Yeah,
wow.
Just a little unfortunate with how scrappy the layout got out there. No shot on the 2, and then 4 balls clustered there.
Where do you like to go with the cue ball? 2 rails between the 5-9 to 3-9, and send the 2 ball over to the corner behind the wall of balls. Well, she's going straight up.
Yeah, it looks like she's cutting this. Oh, she got it twice, and now she has left an opportunity for Hiraguchi to get on the hill here. I think she can. It's not going to be super difficult to get on the 3, and there is a carom on the 10.
Yeah, there is.
So, which I think you got to take at some point. Like, you can't always hide.
Well, let's see if she attacks the position on the 4, or if she settles for the carom.
Yeah, she might be able to play the position for the bank on the 4 as well.
She called her extension. Well, she didn't give herself a position off the 3 or an angle to attack the 4. So she just might be banking it or playing that carom you talked about. I like the carom a lot.
I think so. I'm not sure about the bank either, and there is no 4 off the 7.
Yeah, she's called the 10.
Yeah.
And the good thing about this is the 4 and the 10 are going in different directions, so that even if she hangs it, she's not leaving a shot.
Well, unless you catch the
on
point.
The 10. On the 10 is what I mean.
Yeah, on the 10, yeah. Well, I was also thinking there was always going to be some separation on the purple 4 and the cue ball, but then it hit the point, so it's a little unlucky as well.
Well, it's a good time for Kaylee to come with a couple shots here, because really just that 5-7 combo is, oh, she doesn't want to be on that side. Oh, here comes the referee. Got to watch for a push here. Very, very delicate shot now.
Yeah, a little surprising
As
to
she
end
came
up
over,
here.
yeah.
And now, yeah, where do you go?
That left English killed it. You know, I might just kick across the table at it.
Maybe try to leave a long distance at least.
She's creating
Can
distance.
she send?
Yep, that's it right there.
Yeah, she did send the 5-ball to the short rail. It's a pretty good shot.
Yep.
I like it.
You go for? I go for the spank all day. On the 5 up in the corner. Or do you go for the safety behind the 10?
No, I think she can go for the bank here. she's guaranteed to have position, and that 9 ball does come into play if she doesn't make it. Hit it a little firm though.
Well, did she push the 7 far enough from the pocket that it doesn't just go into the side?
But then there is a good positional shot for the 7-10 combination to still win the first set. So it's not a hanger. Still gotta hit it well, but I think it would be a good choice.
That's what she's going to take. And the fact that it's new cloth and slides into this pocket rather easy down the rail, it's a good shot. I like the combo. Hit it with just a little bit of speed though. Just like that.
Oh,
nice
well.
shot. Nice shot.
Straight in all.
Yep.
So McIntosh takes the first set 4-2. We'll go for a short little break. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the 2023 Apex Wisconsin Open. 64 player field. We've got 58 here. $60,000 purse. And a pretty good match here so far. High standard, some good big shots.
Yeah, it's gone the distance. It was 4-2 in the first set. And now we're going to be opening up the second set. This is the second stop for the women's tournament. There's a good look at some cues there. There's the Predator Air Rush. The other cue is a Mez.
I think it was a...
Those are Yuki's cues.
J
J Flowers is the break cue.
Yeah, J Flowers, yeah. Yeah, and I think this is a good moment to thank our sponsors while the players are going for a little bathroom break. So we would like to thank, of course, the Predator Apex with Predator Group. Then we got Q Sports International, CSI Leagues, and the U.S. Pro Billiard Series partners are Medalla Light, Kamui, and Rums of Puerto Rico.
Keep in mind, folks, that the BCA Pool League and the USA Pool Leagues parent company is Q Sports International. They have their national and world championships in Las Vegas. We just had those in March. And the winner of these events here, the Predator Pro Billiard Series, automatically get into the Predator World 10 ball, which is an invitational. And a WPA event. And fans can attend for free in Las Vegas or any one of theirs. Sophia Mast, she'll be in the booth with us at one time or another during these tournaments. That's the Pink Dagger, folks, one of the junior players that play in these events.
Yeah, so both players back, ready to start set number 2. Wondering how Hiraguchi is feeling, because she did start pretty well, had a good opportunity to get on the hill first, then after some silly mistakes here and there.
Yeah, at 2-1 she had several opportunities to get that third game, Ended up giving the second game, giving it to Kaylee, and then she won 3 games in a row from there. 4-2. One ball straight to the side pocket. Looks like that's going to be all as far as that goes. A bank shot on the 2, probably a safety coming up here. Bank the 2 and put the cue ball right against the 7 in the rail. Just a little bit of draw. Nice and smooth.
Well, she could run into the 7, get the 2 ball up a little bit more. If she runs full into the 7, then she's always going to be behind the 10. Just to create a little bit more distance. I don't really see anything else. She's going the other way. Is she going to get the 2 ball covered this way? That's the question.
She's going to cover the 2, yeah. Nope. It's going to go right by. It's going to leak.
Yeah, it was really sensitive on the speed, that shot.
Well, that's why I liked going right up against the 7, real soft. It was just less travel.
A little bit more margin of error as well.
That'll slide right in. Nice shape on the 3. Coming back for the 4.
Yeah, good layout for.
Good layout for a run.
She can get 3 to the 4, and from the 8 to the 9. I think that's the key points here. Okay, looking good so far.
One of the things about winning the first set is the worst you can do is shootout. The opponent must beat you this set to send us into a shootout. Of course, if Kaylee wins the second set, Hiraguchi goes to the 1-loss side. But Hiraguchi can also win this set, send it to a shootout, and still win the match.
Center of the table here. Ooh, little firm. Just okay though. Now, it will be tough anyways to be on the left side of the 8. So now I'm thinking, what about dropping the 7 ball in and stay close to the top long rail in this view to make the 8 in the corner and get back.
That could work.
If you run a little bit too far, you can still cut it in the side and go up, but that way you don't really get the nasty angles.
She's got a pretty wide open table to, and that's looks like she's going to do exactly what you suggested. Coming straight back, gives the 9 ball in the upper right-hand corner, and then the 10 ball's available for the side or the corner. I would have liked to have brought that cue ball down a little further.
Yeah, cueing over that 10 ball is not what you want on those cut shots. Can she cut this with inside and go 3 rails? She's gonna go 1 rail.
She's gonna go 1 straight up
well,
and down.
2 rails, yeah.
Straight up and down. A little bit of a tester, I guess you might say. She should be fine with this. She hits the ball rather nice. Perfect. Again, she opens up the set, winning the first game.
Yeah, nice run out. Pretty good positional shots too. Just the 8 to the 9 got a little bit scary, but she's recovered that very nicely.
She was comfortable with her position, so, and that's what it's all about. If whatever the player is comfortable with, she made that look pretty easy.
Yeah, so we also have the CSI Leagues Wisconsin State Championships going on for all BCA Pool League and USA Pool League members. They're using 56 7-foot Predator Apex Premier League edition tables in both the upper and lower ballrooms here. We got 2 rooms packed with league players. Always gives a great crowd, and well, the pros are always enjoying it as well. That you're not playing the last 16 and there is only two people watching. You know, like you actually have people that are appreciating what you're fighting for.
Well, not only that, it gives the fans and the amateur players access to the pros. It builds a brand for them. It makes a fan base.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, some good stuff. I like
Yeah.
the combination.
There goes the whoa. No, it didn't go in. He's left. Is the 7 going to block it? No.
A little bit much draw on the cue ball. Usually the more spin you play on the cue ball, the more it takes away the impact on the balls.
And she had spin on that. It looks like she can just slow roll this one. No, he slow rolled the 1. A little back cut on the 2. She could come back a little bit. She's laying very well to do what she wants to do with this 1 ball to get to the 2.
Yeah, it will be tough to get from the blue 2 to the red 3 ball here. Oh, she's found the gap. Now she's got a great angle here.
Yes.
To get to the bottom side of the red 3.
Yeah, just come right between the 7-9 and over to the lower end of the table for the 3, past the 4.
Did end up on the high side of the 3. Might have to draw to the long rail and come back out for the purple 4. Not sure if she can hold the cue ball. Gets a little scary too sometimes to soft hold the cue ball.
The purple 4, I like the ring of that. The reason I say that is I don't like the purple 5. Not at all.
So now I'm wondering, is she gonna try and move maybe 2 rails around the 5-10? Is she gonna stun 1 rail, or is she just gonna decide for going the 5-10 combination? Oh, and she's not gonna get there. Yeah, if she had stunned it off the long rail 1 rail, she was always guaranteed to have something on the 5. Playing forward, she really had to make something happen.
It's a thin cut, and it looks like she's going to come between the 8-9 or maybe hit one of those 2 balls. She might end up with a decent shape on the 6
I
here.
think she's not gonna touch the 8 or the 9.
Think she goes right between them both?
Yeah, but not. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, she hit
She
it quite
overcut it.
in. Yeah.
She overcut it.
I was just not sure how she was gonna end up on the 6.
If she goes between them, she would have come by and she would have had the same kind of a shot on the 6. But it was a gopher shot, something you want to go for. Uh-oh. That one's gone.
Yeah, so after a good start, now, yeah, she's failing to capitalize on the really big chances where there's only 4 or 5 balls on the table.
Well, like you said, after a good start, even in the first set, she did the same there. Gave opportunities for her opponent, and they were capitalized on. Now, again, in this set, she was ahead, looking to build a 2-game lead, and has given her opponent, she's pretty straight here, a chance to
Cheat the pocket a little bit, maybe?
just come straight back.
50-yard line.
A little further. Come straight back, a little further.
It's
good.
manageable.
Nice shot.
Yeah, she's
Very
striking
nice.
the ball
Yeah.
good. She's been playing good.
Her timing's good. The position of the cue is good. Everything's good. Looks good. Good left-hander.
Yeah, 1 each.
All these events are open to the public for no charge. Streaming is available, of course. If you're listening to this, you're on our streams. Duh.
Yeah.
Pretty much, huh?
Well, if you're not interested to watch this match, then there's all the other tables are streamed on kazoom.com. It's pay-per-view, but yeah, this is the only free of charge table. So
If there's a player you follow, it's available. There's no commentary, but you'll get to watch your pro play their match. Good view of the Predator arena lights reflecting off of the balls. Nice that are actually polished and cleaned after every match on this table.
yeah, for sure the best light on the market for me. I really like it. Also, there's a lot of pros at the moment making social media content, videos and like reels for Instagram, Facebook, and then, yeah, then they tell me that their quality of their videos gets so much better because the light is the same on every spot of the table. It's not too bright, so the balls, they don't change the color. Like they really pop out well on the table. Like most of the players, they're really liking the lights. So, and me too.
Yeah, you can see them right there on the top of your screen for the tables that are on the side of the pro tables. This particular arena has 7 lights above it.
So, dry break here. Just follow that one ball, tracking towards the 10.
Unfortunately, it goes by the 10.
Well, it's not a big bucket on the one ball. She might carom or cut the 1 into the 10.
I would be playing the 10 ball here. It just lays
Would
so natural.
Would you try to carom it?
Yes,
Or would
carom
you try
it.
to cut
No.
the 1 into the 10?
I'd carom it.
I like the cut and then always leave the big distance
Space?
after.
I like the carom. It's a little thicker cut than thicker hit on the 1 than you think. Doesn't have to be all that thin. Not sure if she called it or not. See what she's playing, how she plays this. She took the cut.
Oh, and she's returning the favor here. I don't see McIntosh not shooting the carom on the 10 here.
Oh, all day long. I agree with you. Oh, we're back to that one from yesterday. Yeah, I'm shooting.
Yeah,
I'm shooting at this 10 ball 10 out
Yeah,
of 10 times.
she's called it. Yeah, I mean, I get why. You can play the 1 safe in mind, like just bring it to the other long rail and you're never going to sell out.
Yeah,
It's a free shot.
yeah. The 1 ball's going to traffic, so and the cue ball's going to win you the game.
Oh, she did hit it quite firm though. I was
Well.
expecting a little less speed on that, and well, she has left the first good opportunity for Hiraguchi.
Well, as far as those go, neither player has really run 10 balls yet. They've done well with 4 or 5, but they've seemed to lose it somewhere in between towards the end. It's a good shot to just go. She could just slide down and come back up. She's going around. Nicely done. Is it enough
Yeah,
speed?
that's a good shot. She hit that really good. Jacked up, play a little draw, and then a good speed. Left herself a nice angle on the 3. We'll have to go around the 5 ball though.
I think she's listening to your commentary.
Okay, a little less loud.
Yeah, not so loud.
So is she able to? Well,
Stop it. Just stop it there for the 5. It's the easiest thing to do.
Left herself a little bit more angle. She's gonna travel 3 rails here. She probably felt like if she stopped the cue ball right there, that she wouldn't have enough angle to get the cue ball to be moving.
But she'd have an easier angle to pocket the ball. And she did just fine with that.
Yeah, struck that nice. Now, she did get really straight on the 6. She might be able to cheat it just a hair to the left of the corner and draw it straight back, but
She can come straight back and go into the 9 and have a good shot on the 7, play short side. But it looks like she's going to use the rail and come to the outside. No, she went to the outside. She cheated and came right
just
straight
doesn't
back.
want to get straight. Doesn't want to get straight.
And that's where she ended up.
It's the only thing you would tell her afterwards is make sure you always bump that second rail, because then you can get straight, and it's easier said than done, of course.
Yes.
But so power stroke here.
And right behind the 10. No. Can't tell. Can you see the whole
Yeah,
ball?
tough to see from here.
Nope.
No, it
Doesn't
won't.
have the whole ball. I'm just going to have to go for the bank here. And if I miss it, I'm hoping I miss it high to leave it on the bottom rail. This could kiss though.
Yeah, it looks to be on a kiss. We'll have to play thick with outside spin to beat the kiss, and it gets really. But then still, you can call it just in case you hit it bad, and you will bank it 2 rails, and it's always going to come up safe. So she's almost running around the table. She's on the clock, so.
She's on the clock and she knows it.
Oh, it looks like she's playing outside. So.
Yeah.
How is that cue ball? Well, could have been a lot worse. Caught it still a little bit too thick or not enough spin. Depends on, yeah, where you want to go with the cue ball more, I think.
She's left a long shot, but if Kaylee's able to execute the shot, she'll have position on the 9.
Yes, sometimes when I look at a shot like this, I tell myself to just overcut and don't leave something easy.
Kind of
Because
like that.
now you go super aggressive to make the shot, and this shot is a lot easier she's giving away than the shot she had. I think that was quite aggressive to go for it, and yeah, ginned it.
Long straight in shot. Problem here though is if this shot I like playing rail first rather than trying to draw this ball back. For that reason.
Yeah, she was really pokey on that. It was not a smooth swing. Just look at her cue. She really pinched it, and then she also pulled it back after hitting it. So
it's like she almost like dug into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those shots I like rail first.
So Hiraguchi is giving it away a little bit here. And this is exactly what McIntosh would like to see, of course. I mean,
Well, she's got 2 games, courtesy of Yuki.
yeah, just 2 games left to get to that next round. So 2-1.
A lot of these, some of these tables here are available for purchase from the tournament. If you guys are interested in having a 7-foot Predator table in your home.
Or 9-foot.
The 9-foots are too? I didn't know if, I wasn't sure the 9-foots were available. I know
Probably.
the 7-foots are.
Yeah, probably.
Everything's for sale. John will come visit too.
for the right bid, you can get John's hair. So.
No, I don't know. Well, you better talk to John about that one. Because
they were talking
there
about
was rumor about
it.
cutting his hair. He was going to cut it in Puerto Rico last year. He was
Yeah.
supposed to cut it for the tournament. I just can't see him without that ponytail. Young left-hander. In fact, speaking of Puerto Rico, the team championships will be held there this year in November, 6th through the 12th. And they'll have of course, men's event like we have here, and a women's event. And they also, they're going to have the 8-ball World Championships in Klagenfurt, Austria. So they won't be in Puerto Rico this year. Puerto Rico, excuse me, I said Puerto Rico. I got Americanized real quick.
Yeah, it happens. So push out.
And well, it looks like that's green 6 might be blocking the 1 ball to shoot to the corner.
Well, they haven't changed the balls yet, so it's not a purple 6. Nor will they. Predator has the right idea.
Oh,
nice
wow.
shot.
But is the cue ball going to get there?
Yes, it
Needs
is.
to go, though.
It's gonna. Oh, it's not. I'm essaying this. Rail first.
Yeah, then again, nice execution. Just needed a little bit more follow through.
Well, I think in about 3 days she would have had it, because that's that stuns off the rail with that high English. She's jumping the ball.
Yeah, it's gonna track towards the 3 if she makes it. Oh, look at this. Perfect on a 3 ball.
And that's what an air rush can do.
Perfect position. Nice angle as well.
Keep in mind that Kaylee uses the Mez Ignite shaft. And she's gotten almost straight in, but luckily the 5 ball is very available on the side. Just a slow roll and she's fine. Let's roll this 4 in. She will have to travel the cue ball. Not much. 7's available for a combo. Oh, she was perfect. Just gonna slow roll this and take the 6-7 combo.
Or stop shot.
Yeah, I thought she had a little angle on that. But
Well, I thought she was going to
Yeah.
be able to play at least a soft stop shot and play the combo on the 7. So we'll need another good shot. Also, some cue ball control. She doesn't want to leave that angle that she will cut the 7 and run into the 9. Okay, nice shot. Good recovery.
oh, she's in good shape here to close this out. And here you have a 640 Fargo versus a 722, and the 722 is playing into the hands of the 640.
Did she get straight enough on the 8?
To come back.
Oh, this is close. She might run into that 9 ball if she draws it. No, she went forward. That means she's feeling confident because she's not scared to leave herself a little bit more distance. She can float the 9 in. Cue ball will go to the other side of the 10 for either the corner or the side. No, she's She's not wanting to
No.
float balls in. She's really finishing her strokes there, and
A little confident.
yeah.
She smells, she sees the victory line.
So 3-1 on the hill. Kaylee MCINTOSH.
Again, 3 games in a row. She closed out the last set with 3 games in a row, and here she comes with 3 in a row and looking for the 4th. She's given herself a little room for error. Keep in mind, upcoming events: Michigan Open, State Championships in Battle Creek, Michigan, September 19th through the 24th. The Ohio Open, along with the Q Sports International Leagues, Ohio State Championships in Wilmington, Ohio, October 11th through the 15th. And then we are in Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico, for the Medalla Light Puerto Rico Open and Q Sports Caribbean Championships, November 6th through the 12th, along with the team championships. That's an exciting event. We had, I think it was 26 teams last year in Klagenfurt. That, to me, that was one of the most exciting events due to the fact that it's 2 men and 1 woman. And it really is a great format. It adds great excitement. The team spirit is really on display there. You really see it come from the players. And the format that we use here in the Pro Billiard Series really plays well with that type of an event. When it goes to a shootout, it's really exciting because they alternate players.
So playing the push, was hooked after the break.
I like kicking this. Oh, she can hit it.
Yeah, she
Just
can
cut
pin
it straight and come back towards the 8 with the cue ball. Going right at the 1 ball. Nice and soft. Oh. Oh, she tried to hold it behind the 9. That was awfully delicate there. To feather that ball with the speed.
That was not easy at all.
No, not at all. To feather that ball and then only traveled it 4 inches.
It wouldn't be the first time I see someone try this and then fail to hit the rail. Like, it's that delicate.
This lies nice. She's got a shot for the corner pocket and position on the 2.
Yeah, we'll have automatic position on the blue too. She can float it in, run the cue ball up to the purple 4, not next to it, but that area. Guaranteed angle to have on the 2 to get to the red 3.
Well, she has set herself up here for a good run. The 10-ball run here.
Well, it's do or die too. She needs to win this game, or it will be the loser's bracket. Still able to play herself back into the final 16, but the long way, the exhausting way for some players.
It'll be 4 matches instead of 3 that she has to win from here on out. Yeah, to get to the final 16, the player needs to win 3 matches in a row and not lose one. And in fact, we'll have the winners qualification rounds this afternoon on the men's. We have 2 matches coming up for you guys. I believe it's going to be Josh Filler and Fedor Gorst We'll have Federer at 5 p.m. Versus Jesse Engel, and then we'll have Joshua Filler at 2:30 versus Ki Wu from China. And that's one of the winner qualifications. Coming up next, she's missed that 5 ball. Coming up next at 1 p.m. we have Maite Ropero Garcia from Spain, from Mallorca, versus Cristina Tkach.
Yeah, it will be a good one to watch. Will be a good match.
Well, Kaylee looks to be able to take advantage of this and close out the set to win the match. She's a little straight on this 4 ball, on this 7 ball, excuse me, on the brown 7. She's coming around.
Yeah, Hiraguchi is not going to be happy with her performance, or at least that's what I expect, because she did start pretty well in the first set, and then slowly she was breaking down.
Yeah, she pretty much won. She won the first game of both sets, and then lost the second on errors.
She had a good opportunity to go 3-1. Then in this set she had a good opportunity to go 2-1 up, and both times she has not done it. And then of course McIntosh made some good shots in between to get it to where she is now, but it's always Hiraguchi with the first chance.
Yeah. I still remember that bank shot on that 2 ball that Kaylee made. Just fired it right in the corner, and that's going to get her the game.
Yeah, nicely struck.
And the match. It's 10 ball for the match. Game, set, and match.
So Kaylee McIntosh advances to the next round. Hiraguchi will have to go through the losers bracket. Thank you all for watching. This was George Steachea and myself, Tim de Ruiter, and we would love to see you back at 1 p.m. So yeah, we'll see you then.
Thanks, folks. See you then.